Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so tried something a bit less expensive, some type of seafood mix thingy. I don't know. I think the seasoning I have has been causing me problems, so I'm probably gonna toss the seasoning and try to go with it bland, I guess. I don't know. But it's hard to find what you can eat, man, when you're me. Whatever the case may be, man. I'm just thankful to still be breathing, if anything. That's what I tell you when it comes to some dietary issues that I've been dealing with. It's like, man, the saga continues in trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So let's live with it. But yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. Scallops worked out okay. I wasn't really sure if that's what made me sick or not, to be honest with you. But just went with it for the most part. Lasted for about 3 days. $17 for 3 days worth of scallops. I won't be buying that again. So yeah, man, this is a little more reasonable, I guess. Like $9. It's like a mixture of different types of seafood. Like, I don't know. We'll see how it works. But yeah, man, that's really all I've purchased so far. I'm gonna go down to Target, do the same old routine, walking down Sunset. I just saw a truck with some dude in there, had both his Israeli and American flags waving down Hollywood Boulevard. You know, that type of bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm just like, man, look, if America wants to go down this route with these people, it's gonna be a downfall. That's all I gotta say. At some point in time, we just gotta say, yo, man, they're them over there. They're not us. So if we put them before us, you're gonna see people turn on you for doing that, American government. We thought Luigi was a problem. Y'all better up y'all security. Y'all keep doing this. And be thankful that more than half of this populace doesn't understand any of this stuff that we know. So when that news comes about, it's going to be a lot more Luigis, believe me. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. Keep on putting the few above the many. You're going to find out the many going to eat the few. If we haven't learned this lesson already with other empires, and I guess we're just destined to go down it, I don't know, man. But if America's wise, they'll start arresting these people that need to be arrested, who are making plans to continue to align us with people who are not us to do things that are evil in the world. Like, you would be wise to arrest those people before they make any more decisions that are going to last decades, even centuries, with the killing that's been going on in the name of them. So I don't know, man. I just, like I said, if you got any real money in this world, you live in this country, it'd be wise to start exiting. Get your exit strategy going. You're wealthy, whatever. Get your exit strategy going. Get your kids out of here, man. I'm telling you. Get your kids out of here. No, I'm serious. Because I don't think this place is going to be as civil as it's been for much longer. I think the end for this here isn't as far away as we need it to be. Some of us may live to see this thing fall. Aligning with Israel and their irresponsible and diabolical energy is just it's destined for downfall. It ain't no other way that's gonna go. There's no other way that's gonna go. I want all of the people who follow me, who are in power, anybody that follows me because I've said some trigger words, there is only one way for this to go, and it's down. So y'all keep aligning with those people. Oh, we have treaties with them. They helped us build this thing over the last 100 years. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. It's like I said early in the beginning of this genocide. At some point in time, you got to tell your friends that what they're doing isn't right, so that they don't drag you and the rest of your clique down with them. America hasn't been wise enough to do this when it comes to Israel, and it's going to be its downfall, man. You cannot kill a bunch of people on camera and think there's not going to be an uprising all over the world against you, and it's only y'all too. Yeah, y'all got a lot of power, but that power dwindles when people start plotting against you, and that's exactly what comes with this. It's just a matter of time, man. It don't require a whole lot of thought. You did some stuff that hurt some people's feelings. Now they gonna want get back. That's it. You can explain that to a 6-year-old child. Take some candy from them so you don't even want to retaliate. I mean, it's not that hard to tell, bro. And a lot of what makes this world go is required. The requirement of what makes it go is the allegiance and the alignment and the compliance of other countries. Well, other countries are angry right now. They're angry at 2 countries, and you know who those 2 countries are. And if we keep on acting like this, we're going to find out we're not going to have too many friends in this world. It's not going to be too many. And so that's what I'm here to tell y'all. Y'all can go down this path with Israel if you want to. Fine. A lot of y'all Israeli yourselves, you Jews, whatever, that's cool, bro. I promise you. I promise you, it doesn't change the wisdom from what I'm talking about. Y'all hurt some people's feelings, man. You hurt some people's feelings, you made some people hate you. And there's going to be a retaliation for that. That's it. Now, if you can't identify that you've done that, that didn't change the fact that retaliation is on the way. But when you started hurting those people, killing those people, making fun of those people, letting your Israeli settlers show us images of them throwing cats off of roofs, I'm telling you, man, it ain't going to end well. That's the image that's going around right now. Some Israeli youngsters throwing a kitten off a roof. Like, bro, y'all got to chill out. Like, I'm telling you, y'all got to chill out. And this is who you want to align with. This is who you want to put your flag next to. I'm telling you, it's only but so much hypocrisy people going to go along with for the sake of capitalism. Eventually, they're going to burn this thing down. Why? Because you hurt their feelings. I would love for it to be deeper than that, but people just hate their feelings hurt, man. It literally is that simple. And so that's what I'm telling people. Like, look, man, I personally don't have a way out of this place. I was born here. I ain't got the money to leave. I'm not out. I'm here. If it goes down, I'm probably going to have to go down with it and try to survive it. But there are a lot of us who have the means to get the hell out of here, who may be listening to me right now. Plan your exit strategy. This is not a drill. The people who are running this thing could give a damn about you. They have sold the country elsewhere. And Israel just so happens to be who holds it. And I'm telling you, their intentions is to do things really, really reckless right now. Really reckless right now. And I get it. They're intertwined with America. A lot of people, hey, some of our most important people happen to be aligned with the Zionist agenda. That does not take away from the fact that that flag now looks like a swastika to those who are in the know. And while you may think it's cute, because you may be aligned with that some kind of way, this is the day before you realize it's not. That's basically what I'm here to tell you. This is the day before you realize it ain't. It's cute right now. Oh, Elon didn't mean that. Don't believe your lying eyes. He didn't put up. Yes, he did. And the first people who came to his defense were who? Netanyahu. Why? Because Netanyahu ain't a damn Jew. Only Jewish people are offended by with Nazism. If you're not Jewish, then you could be offended for someone else, but it ain't going to offend you like that. These people are not that. That's why they're not offended. That's why he can do that representing them, because guess what? They're not them. You can put on blackface and I can call you the N-word. How offended you going to be? You're not black. Ain't no different. They're not Jewish. They're Zionists masquerading as Jews. That's it. Most of these people are, in those cases, a good portion of those people in power are from the countries surrounding Germany. They're European. They're not indigenous to anything outside of that space. If you're putting two together, then you tell me who the Nazi is, or actually. Who are they actually? What was that happened back then? Was it what they tell us it was? Of course, it could have been. I won't rule anything out in a strange world. But what I tell you is, what is the Hannibal directive? Let them kill their own people, right? For the sake of the greater good. And it's likely most times means they're trying to frame someone else to say that they did it so they can attack those people. Yeah, land grab, bigger picture stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, but you think it couldn't happen back then? If the American propaganda machine told me it went a certain way, I'm sure it certainly did not go the way they said it did. That's where we're at. This ain't something I have to think too much about. When somebody shows me they're a liar 17 times, I can question it on the 18th time, but you best believe the evidence is showing me the 18th time they're a damn liar. manipulator, a feeder of lies into the minds of those they want to control. I mean, come on, man. We're being exposed to all of that right now. So it's like we can't look back in the past and see what they were doing that back then. I mean, it's not hard to tell, man. It ain't like this has to be some type of weird conspiracy type application of thought. We're seeing it. It's right in our faces. So what I'm asking all of us is, are we going to continue to align with bullcrap because it makes us feel better and go down with the ship? Or are we going to start devising a way to purge this for which has been in place for a long time but should have never been, and is now enacting this evil, diabolical plan upon all of us? Out of the room. So I'm telling you, it's a lot of ignorant Americans that are aligning with Israel for the wrong reason, and it's a lot of intelligent Americans who are aligning with Israel for really messed up reasons, and none of them give a damn about what happens to us, U.S. None of them. They will let this thing burn. They already are, is the point. So that you trust your government as they're continuing to give this country away to a diabolical and evil genocidal country that isn't even really a country. Which everything that they essentially say someone else is doing is stuff that they've already done, probably to those same people they're accusing that of. If we're going to continue to pretend like we're not learning from the behavior, then we can continue to get burnt by what comes of that behavior. Otherwise, I would suggest we wisen up. And stop listening to people tell you otherwise because they're corrupt. If we got any damn sense, we're going to start getting these people up out of here. You will arrest these people for the crimes that they continue to perpetrate as they continue to lie and say, I know you are, but what am I? All over the place as they continue to be asked questions. You're going to get these people out of here. I don't care how much money they have. You're going to put them away before they end up putting us all away. You're too adherent to the power structure, and not enough is put into the upholding of your own existence. It's essentially you're allowing someone to buy you to kill yourself. That's essentially what America's doing. Someone is paying you to kill yourself, and you're falling into a grave for the pay. And what I'm telling you is, newsflash, buddy, that pay doesn't do you no good if you're in a casket. That's what it's at. That's what happened. That's what's happening. I don't know. We live in a dystopian world that is short-sighted in nature. Very short-sighted. It cares about right now, and that's it. And the sad thing about it is, it was coerced into believing that that was the way to be. Brainwashed, effectively. That's what I've come to really believe. A lot of our politicians are just products of very, very effective warpings of the mind. And they're raised to be aligned with things that adhere to power that gets them killed. Power over survival. It's called brainwash. You're brainwashed. You're moving against your own best interest for the sake of someone else. That's what I see. There's a bunch of very, very educated, brainwashed individuals moving in a direction that they were taught how to be. Selling their country down the river for fee or fee. It's basically they're paying for it either way. For a free or fee is what I meant to say. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're not getting what we're supposed to get out of it, which is the security of a future that our country is not going to be overrun by people who want to take all of our freedoms away for real. Not this fake performative take your freedoms away for 5 minutes while I get in office and show those people who beat me last time that they can't get me, that I can do whatever I want and this is how I'm going to do it, only to undo most of this stuff that they're doing right now over the next 2 years. I tell you, I've seen Donald Trump do this already. That's why I'm not really moved by him. Now, granted, I'm able to afford to be. because I was born in this country, so I don't have to really worry about his performative bullshit because it doesn't affect me. But I don't, just the same, I feel terrible for all of those who do. I don't think he's going to keep a lot of the stuff that he's putting in motion in place for the entire time he's going to be in office. I think you're going to have to deal with a bunch of the shit that he's doing right now for about 2.5 years. And then he's probably going to undo some of that stuff to try to get himself reelected for a fourth time. Some of that stuff is going to get undone. I never trust a politician like him, man. I never trust a politician at all. But he's performative. He will do things to align with his base, only to turn on them in the end, but in a way that kind of makes it look as if he didn't mean to, so that they'll put him back in. Now that he's played this game before, I've seen him do this. He always steps in and is super racist for the first year. And by the end of it, he's freeing a bunch of rappers and shit. Like, he's bought and paid for, man. And he's about his own business. He's not necessarily about the alignment of Republican or Democrat. He just wants to seem like he is, so that people will stay continuing to worship him the way that he does. They do. He's a politician and an entertainer, and he knows how to keep people aligned with him. He knows how to keep his base happy while betraying them. He's actually very smart in that regard. He betrays his base. They believe in things. He does it for 5 minutes and then he undoes it. Seen this movie. We've already seen this movie before, bro. Well, those of us who are old enough to remember when he was first put in place, we remember what he did. And we remember how it ended. He wants to be everybody's friend at different moments at a time. That's it. Right now, he's the racist friends. Those who are super against immigration, he's their friend. Tomorrow, he's going to be a rapper's friend and free all the rappers' family and shit. It's just, he's not to be taken seriously. We've seen this movie before. He ain't to be taken seriously. The people behind him, however, probably are. But the people behind him, it's a little strange to me that they trust that he's going to keep them in place the full time. I don't know, like the J.D. Vances and all these people. Yeah, they're doing their thing. They're doing their super racist thing. Okay. I don't know that when the fire gets hot and the backlash doesn't fall on them in the end. I guess. They're doing all types of stuff. Oh, we're going to take away this, take away that. We're going to do this, 2 sex this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, yep. Super racist. Making a lot of people happy. Here's the problem. When the backlash comes, you think Donald Trump's going to keep standing in front? When the backlash comes. No, he's not. If it affects his bottom line, he's going to throw them to the wolves. I wouldn't be surprised if those people are not in the position they're in at the end of his term, as they are right now. He's already seen this movie before. He don't stand on nothing, just like the Democrats don't stand on nothing. They're all the same in that regard. They're going to appeal to their base for 5 minutes and then betray their base when it makes sense for them to do so. Super liberal this, super liberal that, super conservative this, super conservative that. It doesn't matter. They're all owned by Israel either way, bro. It's all Israel the whole time. The whole thing is Israel. And you want to know who he's concerned with, not pissing off? It's them. Not you, not me, not his base. He can manage all of that. Pissing off those super Zionists, the 1%er BlackRock people. Those are the people he really is like, you know what? I'm going to be very careful not to piss them off. That's Donald Trump right there in a nutshell. Otherwise, as long as he's able to get his billions off of the situation, got his little power, I wouldn't be surprised if he writes a book at the end of this process, blowing the whole thing up. Wouldn't shock me at all. 2 people I do not trust. Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And when I say I don't trust, I mean if I were on their side, if I believed in the things they believed in, I would not trust those people at all. If I think, oh yeah, Elon's a super Zionist. No, he's not. He wants the Zionists to think that. And then he flashes the Nazi sign in all our faces. People about himself. He's about himself. I'm telling these people about him. They are for themselves. Their businesses, their bottom line. Whatever's going to make who's in power happy with me at a certain period of time so I can get what I need out of them, that's what I'm doing. That's how they actually operate. They don't care about the people, bro. They will play in your face. They will gaslight you. They will patronize you. They'll send you down the river if it makes sense for them. They're not interested in the people, bro. That's why I tell people, like, a lot of this stuff that you're seeing right now, it's not concrete. Yes, it's in place and you should be concerned with it for the time being, but it's not meant to stay in place. It holds no real roots. No real roots. Because the people who are implementing these things don't have real standards. They just float with whatever pays them. Whoever pays them. That's it. Hey, if you're going to pay me, all right, cool, we'll go with that. That's what you want to do? Great, we're going to do that. We're not doing that anymore? All right, let's do this. Like, that's how they operate. So you don't take anything too serious as it pertains to what they're doing to make the people happy. All this racist crap, all this ICE crap, that's stuff they do to make the people happy. It holds no roots. Because the people hold no weight. Not in the grand scheme of the game they play. You just got to get through it. And if you're people who are affected by this, you just got to get through it for the time being. And there's going to be some casualties to this performative nonsense, I believe. Casualties. There's going to be some people who really get hurt by this. And that is horrible. That is sad. That's collateral. And that's how they operate. You are collateral damage. I was listening to a lady talk about how she's working a 17-hour job or whatever. Can't afford the penicillin that ultimately takes care of her 9-year-old boy. They done raised the price on the penicillin so much that she can't even afford to pay for it and rent at the same time. It's either be homeless out in the street with the penicillin or not allowing him to get his stuff, what he needs. Like, this is what you're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with, America. So I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of that is in place to make some very important people, quote unquote important people, very, very wealthy. There will be no regulations until more important people come about with more leverage and more money and leverage against that for which is unfair to the rest of us. That's the truth. You need people who are more rich, more powerful, come around and say, yo, this is what's moral, let's go with that.
Can you help me do a return up there? I'll pay you.
No, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And that's what it really comes down to. You got to be able to put yourself in the strongest position, unfortunately, within this thing of wealth, so that you can have the sway for whatever it is that you feel is most important. If I want to take care of my people, I got to have the money and the wealth and the power and the structure, numbers and all these different things in this system to sway those who control everything into doing things my way. It's rather screwed up when you consider it. How the game is rigged against a lot of people so that certain things can't be done. You cannot do this. Why? Because you look like that, and what you're going to do is end up hurting our bottom line. If you have your way, we probably get phased out. Can't let it happen. That's what's going on in a lot of these cases. So if you want to say, oh, well, man, let's get our money together, black people, and do this, what they're going to end up doing is taking a big ass hammer and nailing the top of whatever it is you put together. You can't beat them that way. And that's what we've learned. If you're black, you can't beat them that way. They control the walls. So when you get to a point where you have enough power to potentially make them uncomfortable, they start squeezing those walls on you. That's what I know. That's why I don't play the capitalistic game. If y'all notice me, y'all ever hear me talking about, oh, I gotta get wealthy, I gotta get rich, I gotta do this and that? No. The game is rigged against me. I don't have that type of power. The leverage I have is an understanding that there's something greater than them who controls all of this. I can't actually defeat them at their own game because they've rigged the game itself so that they can't be defeated. They're cheating. They're cheating. The Zionists and the Zionist Israeli Jews and their bought and paid for white supremacists are cheating the game of life. They've rigged the stock market. They've rigged the buyer market. Everything you pay for, they can burn down. Like everything you think you own, they can take from you, smear you, use their court systems to put you away. If you get too powerful, it's a lost game you shouldn't even play. That's the secret to the capitalistic game. You shouldn't even be playing this shit. Are you gonna play a basketball game where the refs rig the game for you to lose? No, you're going to get out of there, man. You're wasting my time doing that shit. So you can sit up here and be victors and point and laugh at me when I know damn well those refs are bought and paid for? No, man. No, that's not the game I need to play. I need to play the expose the refs a fake game. That's the game I need to be winning. Not to play the game that the refs control and lose that. Hell no. Where are we turning our attention? That's the problem with a lot of us. We're playing the wrong game. Oh, I gotta amass another. I gotta play the Jay-Z game. Let's amass amounts of wealth. And they're gonna smear you, saying you the PDF file, that you done sexed on everything but your wife. They put you in jail that way. Yeah, you got your little wealth for a while. You got your wife for a while. They take all that shit away. The game is rigged, black man. You're playing the wrong game. Duh. That's why I'm not interested. I don't try to like, oh my God, I gotta be a billionaire. Oh my God, I gotta do so much wealth. Ah, shit don't age like you think it does, people. It don't. It don't. The timing of the Lord is your actual wealth in this life. And you're aligned with his time, and he'll put you exactly where you need to be out of the way of the stuff you need to be out of the way of when it's time to be out of the way. And he can put you in a position to be as strong as you need to be to get through whatever it is that's ultimately coming your way. All this other stuff ain't real wealth, man. It's not. I wonder what's going on. Probably ice. Probably ice. I'm guessing it's more performative Donald Trump bullshit. We're gonna make the people happy by getting all these illegals out of here and all that stupid shit. And they know damn well that these people are doing jobs they don't want to do. The first thing they're going to do is try to find a way to get these people back over here. As soon as they get rid of them, they're going to want as many people to work as humanly possible, because they're going to find that they can't get shit done without them. That's why you know it's performative, because if you look at the numbers, you look at what it is that they do, you understand that they can't even function properly without these people here. You know, they really can't. They do all the jobs at cheaper labor prices that you ultimately don't want to do. You know it. But y'all can keep on pretending like you need these people away from you. Oh, illegal this, illegal that. You know damn well you're illegal too. You stole the country from somebody else. You stole it. You understand what I'm saying? The people you're trying to kick out, this is actually where they're from. They were here before you pilgrims got here. You're the illegal ones. We're not confused by that. You're not going to force us to be confused by that, by your weird little culture and politics of racism that you want us to be aligned with. Not going to happen. You, colonizer. Them, indigenous. Literally. Nothing you can do about it. You can't will that away. You can't write a script to make that untrue. It just is what it is. It's not you. So when you try to tell me, oh, they're not legal, I look at you. Well, we made the paperwork. Yes, you held yourself accountable with your colonial practices that you normalized. Then you kicked out all the indigenous people and then turned around and said they're illegal because we write the laws. Well, those laws are bankrupt. You cheated the game. This is not your land. It's actually theirs. What are we supposed to do? Not know that? Like, damn, I just don't know that. I walk around stupid. No. You're the one told me that y'all came over. Nina Pinta, Santa Maria, you told me that. Y'all should have kept that from me so I wouldn't know. Maybe I would have thought this was actually your land. This ain't your shit. It's theirs. Aztecs, Native Americans, that's their shit. And you want to call them illegal. How? You stole it from them. Oh, but you wrote the laws after you stole it, so it's fine then, right? So you telling me all I got to do is take it from you, and then I can write the lands and phase you out with my rules. You got to do a handstand to stay here, white man. But I can't stand on my hand, nor can you stay in this land. Like, that's how you did it, right? It's not right and wrong that make something legal or illegal, since y'all want to stand behind that word like it's got so much weight. They don't hold no fucking weight. Why does it not hold any weight? Because you didn't follow the laws yourself. You stole the land and wrote the laws that said it was fine for you to steal the land and kick out the natives. That's not. You didn't follow the rules that you're setting for yourself, for other people to follow. It's just, if we're going to keep playing this game with you, then you have to know that people are going to start looking for ways to do the same thing you did. All you're doing is setting an example. You may have rigged the game, but it's a new tool in town. It's called the internet. And that tool is a monkey wrench for all of the riggings of the game. And that's what I want people to know, that I know is in place. The internet is a monkey wrench in all of the inner workings of the rigging of the game. Now that that's in place, the better we get at using it, the more sophisticated and more masterings people have of this, the more likely the truth is going to come out. New ways of helping unrig said game comes into play, and those who have the leverage to rig the game no longer harbor what they need to keep it rigged going forward. Like I said, they better turn the lights off if they want this crap to keep going, because a lot of what it is that stayed in place is because there was no light, so to speak. And they want to keep doing things the same way while the lights are on. And you can regulate this, regulate that, but you know, and I know, that ain't gonna work. You can bring in smart AI this, smart AI that. You can try. No, we're gonna watch all of you guys. We're gonna, okay, watch me tell you this isn't gonna work. I never really believed in privacy as we believe it to be in the first place. My mother told me that the FBI were watching her before I was even born. So I never actually believed in privacy. So they had a dossier on her from the 70s. There was no privacy in my life. Not actual privacy as I would otherwise appreciate it. No. That's why I don't mind speaking aloud the way that I do, because it's no point in not. You're not hiding anything from me. It's all digitalized. So it's a record of everything you've ever searched, everything you've ever said. They can hear it all, man. And that doesn't make them any more likely to keep control of what it is that they've gotten in ill-gotten gain. And they can pretend like the people matter and then pretend like they don't, and try to dupe the 1%ers into thinking they're the center of the universe, when really it's just about who absolute ever has the leverage to make these people act right. And the leverage is going to be having them by the balls. The hackers and those who want to put the truth out there, who will expose all of their nasty deeds. That's who's actually going to have the leverage in the future. And they're going to move how those people want them to move next. And the 1% are going to be very confused by that. Video 44. I thank you all for watching.